The thick green grass left over from Greenleaf's abundant growth muffled the sound of his paw prints, something that Bartram was more than a little grateful for. He still hadn't mastered the knack of moving through the snapping sticks and rustling dry grasses of the wilds. And those cats of the clans! If a bug so much as sneezed on the other side of the forest, it was like they could hear it. No, better to sneak out on a night like this, when the grass was lush from a recent storm and forgivingly soft, easily muffling the sound of a cat out on his business. And this was business that, for one reason or another, Bartram was happy to keep to himself. Finally, he caught sight of his destination, the old stone bridge leading from the wilds into the Hikids, or well, two-legs as the clan cats called them, most settled territory. There, sitting patiently under one of the bright lanterns that lined the thunderpath, was a fat cat who sat watching the moths flitter about under the light overhead, his tail twitching with the slow, disinterested flicks of a cat bored out of his mind. Psst! Bartram hissed quietly, darting up through the grasses and crawling under a nearby bush. Hey, it's me! The fat cat blinked, flicking an ear towards Bartram, turning slowly and peering into the shadows until he could make out Bartram's light gray coat. Bartram? The new cat frowned in puzzlement, flicking his fluffy tail against his feet. That you? I've been waiting for ages. Why are you under there? Coming out where I can see you. I don't want to be seen, Bartram whispered back, huddling closer to the ground to make himself smaller. The other cat stiffened suddenly, narrowing his eyes sharply, his fur rising. Why? You aren't in some kind of trouble, are you? Because look, I don't want any trouble. I sent word back I'd help you, but I never asked to get caught up. No, I'm not in trouble. At least... Bartram sighed and rolled his eyes, hissing softly under his breath. Look, it's nothing, okay? I just want to keep being down here quiet is all. The group I'm with now, well, they're not dangerous or anything, just really suspicious about outsiders, that's all. Not suspicious enough if they let you in, the fat cat snorted, laughing softly under his breath, flicking his tail disdainfully in Bartram's direction. Bartram rolled his eyes again and settled deeper against the branches of his hiding bush. Look, now's not the time, okay? I don't plan on being with the group much longer anyway. I just have to stick around until I can convince her. Bartram stopped, licking his lips and shifting from paw to paw, as thoughts of a certain feather-loving red-furred cat came to mind. I am trying to do a good deed, okay? This group is just skittish about, well, practically everything, okay? Before his friend, who by now was rolling his eyes and looked on the verge of laughing himself into a hairball attack, could speak, Bartram dug his claws into the dirt below him, his eyes flashing as he got to the proper prey of the story. I don't need much, either. Just, have you heard anything about any missing kits, by chance? The fat cat's expression fell, his tail freezing in midair. For a long moment, neither cat moved. Overhead, the light rain, the last of Greenleaf's warm weather fighting with Leaf Fall's cold, began to fall faster, the storm intensifying. Finally, with deliberate slowness, the fat cat lowered his tail, his eyes never leaving Bartram's face. Bartram resisted the urge to wiggle in place. He had the distinctive feeling his old friend was judging him, and he wasn't entirely sure what the outcome of that kind of scrutiny would be, all considering. All right. Bartram nearly jumped as his friend broke the tense silence. The fat cat's expression was entirely serious now. Let me tell you what I've heard.